Baghdad the U.S.-led coalition said on Monday that a service member was killed and another was wounded the previous day in Iraq when an explosion from a booby-trapped device struck their vehicle. According to the statement from the coalition, further details would be released once next of kin are notified. So far, 7 American servicemen have been killed in Iraq in the fight against the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria ISIS, including 2 in the battle to retake the northern city of Mosul. Additionally, a French paratrooper was killed in the fight against ISIS last month, though officials did not specify if the individual died in Iraq or Syria. U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis said in August that more than 1,200 Iraqi forces were killed in the battle for Mosul, and more than 6,000 were wounded. In July, Iraq's Prime Minister, Haider al-Abadi, declared victory against ISIS in Mosul. The following month, the Iraqi military retook the ISIS-held town of Tal Afar. Iraqi forces, backed by the U.S.-led coalition, are now fighting to retake the Islamic State-held town of Hoija, 150 miles north of Baghdad. Hoija is one of the last pockets of ISIS-held territory in Iraq. Iraqi forces are also fighting the extremists in the western province of Anbar, where ISIS launched a counterattack against Iraqi forces holding the provincial capital of Ramadi last week. The city had been declared fully liberated from the group in February 2016. The U.S. launched military operations against ISIS in August 2014. ISIS fighters began growing in power in Iraq in early 2014 in the country's west, and in the summer of 2014 swept across much of the country's north, capturing a third of Iraq's territory. Since the beginning of the U.S. campaign against ISIS in Iraq, the number of U.S. troops in the country has steadily grown. There are now more U.S. forces in Iraq than any time since the 2011 U.S. withdrawal, marking an intensifying war as Iraqi forces and the U.S.-led coalition work to push ISIS out of the last pockets of territory the extremists control in Iraq.